Sometimes it doesn't feel like life is hard. Sometimes it feels like it's unbearable, like you're moving through thick fog, holding your breath underwater, waiting for the next moment of relief that never comes. You wake up already exhausted, your body heavy, your mind fogged, your heart tired before the day even begins. Every step feels like effort, every thought feels like work, every breath a reminder that simply existing can be a battle, and no one seems to see it. People tell you to think positively, to focus on gratitude, to just change your mindset. And their words crash against the walls of your fatigue, leaving you smaller, more invisible, more alone. Because when you are in this place, survival itself takes everything you have, and even the idea of change feels impossible. Often it feels like the world is moving on without you, as if life is happening elsewhere and you are only watching it pass. You cannot explain what you feel to anyone. The words fail, or the words feel weak compared to the heaviness you carry. There is loneliness in this, a deep, persistent sense of being utterly unseen, and yet you keep moving through the hours, carrying this invisible weight. These are moments when your body aches, your chest tightens, your thoughts spiral, and all you can do is push forward, step by step, moment by moment. The effort is exhausting, the struggle is relentless, and yet you continue. Not because of heroism or insight, but simply because life moves forward and so must you. But sometimes, amid the exhaustion and the endless hours, a quiet but urgent question rises. Why is this happening? There doesn't seem to be anyone you can turn to, anyone who truly understands, anyone who can help. And yet, there has to be a deeper reason for all of this. It takes courage, simple, quiet bravery to even begin noticing it, to allow yourself to pay attention without judgment, to acknowledge that something is stirring beneath the weight. The thought presses against the heaviness, stubborn and insistent, hinting that beneath the struggle, something is waiting, something unseen, something you cannot yet name, but might discover if you keep paying attention. The struggle you carry is not meaningless. Even when it feels endless, even when there is no clear reason, it is layered, structured, and revealing. Part of it comes from old patterns, ways your mind resists, habits your body clings to, thoughts and fears that echo from the past. These patterns can feel heavy and endless, but they are not your enemy. They are part of the language of your experience, signals your soul is quietly sending, drawing your attention to what needs to be seen. And yet, it is confusing. Often there is no single event to point to, no simple cause that explains it all. The mind searches relentlessly, trying to fix, to solve, to escape, and yet the answers never stick. That is because your soul does not communicate through force or logic. It speaks in the subtle, persistent rhythms beneath the surface, through patterns you might otherwise try to ignore. This is where attention matters. Not to change anything yet, not to judge, not to rush, but to notice. To observe recurring thoughts, feelings, and moments of tension. To sense what is alive beneath the struggle. These patterns are whispers, hints from the deeper part of you that has been present the entire time. They are not demands. They are not instructions. They are messages, waiting for recognition. It takes courage to begin noticing, to sit with these patterns without judgment, to acknowledge the weight without trying to escape it. But that courage is real, and it matters. Because in paying attention, you are listening to your soul. Beneath the resistance, beneath the noise, there is a rhythm, a pulse, a subtle intelligence guiding you, showing you what has been hidden by the heaviness. And perhaps the most unexpected part, the very patterns that feel like obstacles, the fear, the anxiety, the repetitive thoughts, are not just obstacles. They are ways your soul is calling to you, pointing toward what is waiting beneath the struggle. You cannot yet name it, and you cannot yet see it clearly, but if you continue to notice, to pay attention, to stay present with your experience, you may begin to hear it, your soul speaking in the secret language of the struggle itself. By now, you may have felt it, the quiet, almost imperceptible stirring beneath the struggle. Not every moment, not all the time, but enough to make you wonder, could this heaviness be trying to say something? Could the fatigue, the frustration, the looping thoughts be part of a larger conversation you have not yet learned to hear? Your soul does not speak in words or commands. It speaks in subtle nudges, in repeated situations, in the edges of your discomfort. A thought that makes you pause just slightly, a feeling that refuses to be ignored, a pattern that repeats despite every effort to escape. It is all part of the language. To notice it, to simply acknowledge it without judgment, takes courage. Quiet courage. The kind that often goes unnoticed, even by yourself. Some of the situations that feel unbearable are precisely the ones carrying the clearest messages. The friend who triggers something in you repeatedly. The fear that returns over and over. The moments where life seems to demand everything from you. They're not punishments. They're channels, mirrors through which your soul communicates. I am here. I see you. I am guiding you. It is not easy. There is no instant insight. There's only noticing over and over with small threads of attention. And in those threads, meaning begins to emerge. You may start to see patterns, to sense direction, to recognize that the moments that once seemed meaningless are actually part of a conversation with the deepest part of yourself. And yet, there's something more, something subtle, hidden, almost imperceptible, that lies beneath these threads. If you stay with the noticing, if you continue to pay attention to what is present, you may begin to glimpse a truth that shifts everything you thought you knew about your life, your struggle, and yourself. What is this hidden truth your soul is pointing toward? You may not know yet, but it is waiting for you. You may not feel ready. You may not have been able to notice much at all, and that is okay. This is not about immediate insight or perfect attention. Change is gradual. It unfolds over time, sometimes so subtly that it barely registers. The gift your soul offers is not a quick fix. It is a gentle, long-term invitation to start seeing what is already here, even in the midst of heaviness. Here is one way to begin, using the life you already have as the medium. First, spot the signal. Notice one thought, feeling, or situation today that feels heavy, repeating, or confusing. It could be fear, frustration, or even a physical tension. Let it stand out without judgment, then name it silently. Give it a simple label: fear, resentment, confusion. Recognition itself is enough. Ask one gentle question. Not to solve it, not to demand insight, but to open a space for the soul. What are you trying to show me? Finally, observe the response. It may be subtle, a shift in feeling, a thought that arises, or just noticing the pattern again. That is enough. No need to interpret fully. The point is not to get it right or to immediately change the heaviness. The point is to begin creating small spaces of awareness, threads where your soul can quietly communicate. Over time, these threads deepen, patterns become clearer, and insight emerges naturally. The most profound truth remains: the life you are living, the patterns, the heaviness, the repeated moments of pain, is the very medium through which your soul is speaking to you. Every fear, every frustration, every looping thought is a whisper, a subtle message, a note in the secret language of your struggling soul. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to be ready or perfect. Simply noticing, simply listening, even for a moment, is enough to begin understanding what your soul has been trying to tell you all along. This is not a quick fix, and there are no shortcuts to what truly matters. Give it time. Make the effort to learn to listen to the language of your soul. It is here to guide you, to help you navigate your life, and to make your life better, quietly, patiently, with care. If this message touched you, pause for a moment and feel it fully. And if you feel ready, continue exploring these whispers with gentle curiosity. There are other videos on this channel that can meet you where you are, Small moments to notice, reflect, and listen even more deeply to your soul. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and allow yourself and your soul to keep discovering one gentle step at a time.